Captain, what are you talking about? It appears to be a blackout. Everything is all black.
We ready, we ready for ya. We ready, we ready, we ready for ya.
Yo, it's your boy Jamar, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Back with another live. First of all, y'all already know Jason. Ain't no introduction needed with my brother Jason. Y'all already know who he is. We come live with y'all just about every other week to talk Eagles talk. Damn, that's a nice hoodie. I like that one.
I got some flavors.
I see. First of all, get all the I guess pleasantries out the way. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Hope you guys are enjoying your families and your
Happy
time.
holidays, everybody.
If you're off, enjoy. Now let's get down to business, right? I'm gonna let you go first and to talk about what we saw last. Where was that? Monday night? Was that Monday night? I can't even remember.
Seattle's definitely Monday night.
It was Monday night.
Yeah, we got 2 Monday nights back to back. Seattle and this week.
I can't even remember what day it was.
It feels like that. You don't want to remember it because it was a travesty. It was a travesty of a loss.
Definitely. What you think? What's your thoughts? Give me your thoughts real quick.
Well, I think as a team, for some reason, man, I don't know. We go through a rough patch. Dallas lost 3 in a row. Was it 3 in a row? I think. I think 2 in a row.
Yeah.
49ers lost 3 in a row. I
Yeah.
don't think Dallas lost 3. I think Dallas lost 2. And then they lost 1 to Arizona. And then they lost 2 later. And then they just lost again. So, but we keep in pace with Dallas. And where we should be just leaving them behind. Like that game with Seattle, we should have won that game. We lost it on our own in so many different ways. It's crazy.
Right. I you know what? I'm gonna be honest. That game, I think the beginning part of the game was the first 3 quarters were pretty okay. They could have done better. Jalen Hurts. I mean, I sent you a little video, a little screenshot of somebody Eagles everything Eagles post saying that somebody's questioning him as far as who his ability or whatever. And
His leadership style. But that's the thing that kills me. See, you can't. I don't know because even when his first rookie year, where everything was falling apart, and that's the year Carson Wentz was still there, and wide receiver, what was his name? Dang, I forgot his wide receiver name from Chicago. Alshon was out there talking about him and a lot of talk in the locker room. But when they got rid of Carson, she benched Carson, put Jalen in. Everybody was talking about the leadership, how he was a better leader, how the team gravitated. He's been a lead. That's all they talk about. So for them to come out now and say that his leadership is running some people the wrong way, then the only thing I can think of is that's the young guys. Because the vets, no, they've been around for a couple of years. So, like, if the vets don't, and we pull through this kind of situations from the past years, the only people that can be playing now, as far as I can see, is the young guys, the new guys that's not used to them.
What young guys? Who?
The newer guys. What you mean? All the newer guys. Like, I don't know who exactly because they didn't say no names, but I'm assuming it can only be the newer guys because the vets know him already. They should be used to him. They know his leadership style. They should be used to his leadership style. This ain't his first year in the league. He ain't a rookie no more. This is third.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying to all right. So offensively, you agree? Probably nobody on offense is complaining about him. Do you?
I don't know because to me, Sirianni, I like Sirianni and everything, but right now he kind of pissing me off because I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up under Andy Reid mostly, and I know the way he ran his offense. The way he ran his offense, West Coast offense, or any Reed offense, any way you want to look at it, was you spread the ball around. You spread the ball around, so it makes it hard for the defense to key on anybody because they don't know where you're going to go to the ball with. And it
Mhm.
forces them to cover the whole field. But Sirianni is adamant and keeps saying our offense runs through three players. No, they should be our three primary players, but our offense shouldn't just run through them. You should
Right.
spread the ball around and make our offense multiple to make it harder to defend. By keying on three people, you make our offense predictable.
I want to stop you for 1 second. 1 second. Because I've been saying that all year long. Gotta spread the ball around and not be predictable.
Like,
All year long, yo. It's and I told you, I said Lane Johnson was on the Pat McAfee show like early on in the season, and he was alluding to the fact that Nick Sirianni is calling these plays. So this week we made it. Last week we made a change right before the game where they put Sean Desai in the booth.
the booth, yeah.
That Richards the defensive coordinator.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know.
Even though we still lost that game, the defense looked way better because before we was giving up 40, 38s, and 40s, we gave up 20, which is where we should be as a defense because our defense, as is consistent right now, ain't top rung as we see.
All right, let me
Our
ask you.
quarterbacks and all that.
Let me ask you a question about what you just said, right? So, and I agree. Like, we didn't give up the big plays. We only gave up 20 yards, on a big play. But what I'm saying to you is that even I even heard it on national saying that national analysts saying that wasn't really showing the side because what is our biggest problem? We couldn't tackle. We can't tackle because even if you look at that last game against Seattle, Sidney Brown was in the hole a couple of times and didn't wrap up, and Walker got away. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I didn't blame wholeheartedly blame Desai, but I do decide being as though Desai's a first year coordinator. I do think he was making a lot of mistakes, and then the bet that our team is like kind of Super Bowl or bust is mistakes we couldn't allow him to make and grow as a coordinator, which he needs to do. He needs to make the mistakes to grow, carry, and learn. Because you see it like the Miami game is a prime example. When they was killing us in the first quarter, he made or the Rams, when they was killing us the first quarter, he came out, made adjustments, and we looked much better as a defense.
Mhm.
The only problem with this side is that at this point in the season, especially with the losses and the pressure, we couldn't afford to wait for him to grow. That's why they kicked him up to the booth. Like, man, you could grow, but right now we got a chance, really got a chance to win Super Bowl. They couldn't afford for the mistakes, the growing mistakes. But with Patricia, I messed this. I screwed this whole name up. Patricia. But with him, you seen that you can see the experience in that game against Seattle where he was putting the players in a better position, even though they wasn't lights out. You can see he was putting them in a better position where they wasn't just getting destroyed like the side was.
Let me address this real quick. Hey, Uncle Eric, listen, he's a 49er fan. You won against us. I gave you your props last week. I will not say it again. I honor my bet. Y'all beat us. That's it. But let me tell you something. Y'all got a tough matchup tonight. Y'all got to play the Ravens.
Oh, do they ever?
Better not.
The Ravens is nice. See, the difference between us and the Ravens and the 49ers will have to deal with is that the Ravens defense is actually good. Our defense ain't that good. So they got all the 49ers fan, I give them the respect. They beat us and all that. They all hype. But they gotta understand the team they played this year ain't the same team like the team they lost to last year. Right. It's two different teams. So y'all winning this year and equivalent if y'all would have won last year. Not only did the last year team was better, but the situation was more high stakes. It was the playoffs.
Right.
So nothing around that is going to absolve that loss. They just upset, but they did beat us. They whooped us good. So I can't complain. I give them props. They whooped us.
Props. But listen, back to the coordinator position. I'm just saying, do you believe that they got rid of or they demoted the right coordinator? Because in my eyes, I think, obviously you can't demote Nick Sirianni if he's calling the plays, but
yeah, that's the thing right there. You gotta understand, because with the side, we already know it wasn't nobody back behind that side. It was just the side calling the plays, and he was in control defense. But with the offense, that's one of the biggest problems with the offense right now is nobody knows who to blame. Because you got Sirianni, you got Johnson, you got Jalen Hurts. Last year, which was Jalen's best year, the first year is Jalen's career. He said it before playing times where he had the same offense coordinator in back-to-back years.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why he looks so good. He was comfortable. First year, you see, was good when he was Steichen. They learned that's what they did to run to the running game. And then the second year, he grew from the first year. You see, evolve.
Yeah.
This year, it's like having a whole new offense. Even though they say it's the same offense, it looks like a whole new offense to me. Because I don't remember last year Jalen do so many quarterback playing runs like that. He would run, but most of the runs was on RPOs where he'll pull it and run, or when pass protection break down, then he'll run. Now he's running like he's a running back.
So let me ask you this, right? I believe that Brian Johnson should pull a Shane Steichen and go to him and say, "Listen, man, your play calling is killing us. Let me call the plays. Let me get the offense established." Because at the end of the day, that's what Shane Steichen did, and he had just about the same amount of experience as Brian Johnson did at that time. Hold on.
No, he did not. No, he did not. He had way more experience than Brian Johnson.
Wait, hold on. No, he didn't. Hold on.
Yes,
But let
he
me
did.
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me just say something real quick to this 49er fan again. Don't lose tonight. That's all I want to say. And yeah, you're right. It is Sirianni to blame. But at the end of the day, let me ask you a question. You said that Shane Steichen had more experience. Where?
He did his career. Look at it.
Where was he an offensive coordinator before he came to the Eagles?
Listen, Omar, I can't pull it up right now, and I'm not. See, I wish I wrote down these some notes so I can explain to you. Yes, he was. He has more experience as calling plays. Yes, he was. He was an offensive coordinator before he came to the Eagles. That's why they gave him the play calling off Sirianni when Sirianni wasn't doing too good, trying to control the whole situation and play calling, because he had experience doing it. He did, and not only that, he had more experience in the NFL. He has more experience in the NFL than Johnson does. So he's been around the league in the league longer than Johnson has. You see what Sight doing right now in the Colts right now. The Colts, even though without their starting number one pick, with Minshew, who we got rid of, with Jonathan Taylor going in and out, they got I think he's a rookie that they're running back right now who was still top 5, top 10 before Jonathan Taylor came back. Like, he has that offense over there. Colts looking great. It's running like an oil machine. Well, our offense looks horrible.
Listen, you're arguing a moot point. I already understand that. Like, that's what I'm saying to you. Like, he went to Nick Sirianni and told him, like, yo, listen, if you want to win ball games, give me the coordinator, give me the play calling. And you see, like you said, dude, the 2 years that he had him, that he had Jalen Hurts and his offense, Jalen Hurts looked good. We went to the Super Bowl. We came up a little short in the Super Bowl because of defense, but, Shane Steichen held it down because he went to Nick Sirianni and told him, give me the play call. I'm asking you simply this. I think Brian Johnson should do the same thing. If Nick Sirianni is calling these plays, this is a Dallas fan. Y'all better not lose to Miami. Don't lose to Miami. You're gonna talk about we think we'll be number one. But go ahead.
Dallas fans kill me because they lost before we lost, and they was so sad, upset, in panic mode. They was ready to burn down the house. And as soon as we lost, it was like our loss overshadowed their loss. They act like our win, their loss didn't matter no more because we lost. Like, they've been their whole reality based off us, while we've been our whole reality based on us. We want to win and we don't want to lose. Y'all just want to win just enough not to lose to us.
Right. They just want to have a better record at the end of the day. Oh, y'all want to win the NFC East. That's what y'all want. Y'all arguments stink, point blank, period. Y'all had people open. Jalen didn't throw them the ball. The OC stinks. Yeah, I get you on a lot of that. Jalen.
So that's a Cowboys fan, 49ers fan, Smitty.
Smitty's a Cowboy fan.
Okay, so Jalen got a bad 3-game stretch. Your whole quarterback career is bad. What you mean? Our quarterback got us to a Super Bowl. Your quarterback could barely get out the first. In how many years he got out the first round once? So you can't throw shade at Jalen when you got your quarterback is Dak, and that's his resume.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to keep continuing this conversation, but at the end of the day,
in 3 years, Jalen smoked your quarterback's resume.
You said what's his record against the Eagles? Hold on.
He has a very good record against the Eagles, but what's his record in December? What's his record when it comes to playoff time come? That's what really counts.
I wasn't going to get on that for you, Smitty. I was going to defend your little point. What's your record? What's his record? Yeah, he's over 500. But I think 2 of the games that he played against Jalen Hurts wasn't playing. So cut it out. Look, here we go. Here we go. How many Super Bowls does Dak and Jalen have combined? Oh my God! Now we're
All
going to
right, we go answer that question. That question is zero. How many Super Bowl appearances does Jalen have, and how many Super Bowl appearances Dak have? How many? No, put it this way: how many NFC Championship game appearances does Dak have?
exactly.
And Dak has 3 times a year as Jalen.
Exactly. Do not
Exactly.
in this conversation when we talk about the modern day Eagles versus the modern day Cowboys. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We established that they solved Tupac murder since the last time y'all won a Super Bowl. Sabri said that. So,
We don't even gotta go Super Bowl. When was the last time I went to an NFC Championship?
but hold on. You asked about how many Super Bowls do man, Jalen Hurts, you got me all tongue tied. You asked how many Super Bowls do Jalen Hurts have and Dak Prescott have? Which is the answer is 0. We said that. But you talking about appearances don't mean nothing. But you brung the Super Bowl up. We didn't. We didn't say nothing about the Super Bowl.
He said appearance don't mean nothing, but you harping over stuff that happened probably before most of us born. That's when the last time y'all got your Super Bowl wins. That was the last time y'all was even relevant.
Yeah.
When was the last time the Cowboys was even relevant?
He don't even know because he wasn't born then. He wasn't born then. What do you say? Because the Super Bowl is all that, man. Yeah, but you keep talking about Super Bowl. You said no.
All right. And you say Super Bowl is all that matters. Who won the most recent Super Bowl and been to the most recent Super Bowl?
And
That's us, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time y'all won a Super Bowl or was at a Super Bowl?
No.
Decades.
They go to the Super Bowl every year. They visit.
Decades. They was decades since they've been in the Super Bowl. Since you say Super Bowl is all that matter, we won the most recent Super Bowl and been to the most recent Super Bowl. And in less than 5 years, we won and been to one. And in those 5 years, y'all didn't even get to an NFC Championship. Y'all ain't sniffing past the first round. Y'all haven't been relevant at all. So I don't know where the argument is.
Y'all have won. Y'all won the most recent. Yeah, that's what we're saying. We won the most recent. You know, he keep going. I don't count going if we don't win. I don't celebrate it. You haven't celebrated in years. You haven't.
Who said we celebrate? You didn't see nobody in the Eagles celebrate it. We was disgusted we lost that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We ain't celebrate nothing. We hated the fact that we lost that Super Bowl. But we still know we was better than y'all. That's all that matters.
We're gonna talk about who's better. We were better than y'all last year. But anyway, back to what we're talking about with the coordinator.
Yeah, we got throwing off. But
yeah,
that's good. Let's participate with the speakers. I like it.
Yeah, and I still believe that. I don't care what you say. I still believe that Brian Johnson at this point, if Nick Sirianni is calling these plays, Brian Johnson needs to step up and say, you know what I mean? Listen, give me the shot.
See, the fact that he's a first time play caller, and I don't know because the whole year, the way the play caller has been, if you ask me, it's been kind of erratic. You don't never really see no flow. Like we always start off the first game. I really want to know where that first drive come from, because the first drive of the game always starts off and looks beautiful. It looks like it makes sense. You see what they're trying to do. What you see them attack the defense in a way they should be attacking the defense.
Right.
And most of the time, we go down the field, boom, 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 touchdown. Mm-hmm. And then after that first drive of the game, it's like everything else is just like we rolling the dice and seeing what come up when we roll the dice. It's like we have no plan no more. We have no way to attack the defense. We're lost on what we just seen what was working. Right. Like we see in the first draft. At basic, at worst, we should just work off of that. We see what worked in the first draft and attack them like that, and then make them adjust, and we adjust off of that. But I don't know. It seemed like after that first drive, every game we get lost. It's like the offensive flow has no game plan, no way to attack, no nothing.
You know what it feels like? It feels like after that first drive, you score that touchdown, you get up 6-7 points. It feels like now whoever Nick Sirianni is saying to himself, oh, now I'm going to start trying to beat you the way I want to beat you instead of doing what works. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it seems like to me. And also when you do that, you put your defense in vulnerable positions because you keep them out there on the field. If you're not executing your offense, then you keep bringing your defense out.
That's why I would say the offense has been the one I've been problem because of our offense, excuse me, our defense been playing a lot of plays. We probably play, even though our defense ain't been playing the way up to the level we want them to, but our offense been keeping them on the field like that because we ain't been as productive. We like besides the, like I said, the early drives in the game, we don't have no consistent drives. It's just like 3 and out or like 4 and out. The most we get is like 5 and out. Like it just be just we just be going out there for no reason. It's like you go out there, they throw 3 passes, 3 of the completions, and then we back on the defense. Or we go out there and turn the ball over. Jalen, this is one of the things I was talking about with the coordinator, what I think which made it comfortable was while last year, Jalen was playing one of the most mistake-free football anybody ever seen
Hmm.
in a while. I don't think ever, I don't know if it's ever in a while period. But I think that familiarity with Steichen and being a second year in the system granted him that. This year, Jalen's making a lot of mistakes. Like everybody says, see, he's missing wide open people and stuff like that. It's like I think it's not it's unfamiliarity with the play style that the coordinator and Sirianni, because their first year you see when Sirianni's calling plays, it's like the way he was calling plays and Jalen's play style didn't seem to gel. That's why they didn't look good. And then they gave it to Steichen. Steichen went to more of a run-based offense, and Jalen played off that. And that's when they built it from there to their second year. This year it's like Sirianni's going back to that first year where he's the play call he's calling him and Johnson. I see that's the problem because I don't know who's got more ownership of that offense right now. Nobody knows besides the Eagles. But the play calling they got right now looks more like that first year with Jalen Carroll, where they're throwing plays and he's just looking bad. Where him and the play call is not in sync at all.
Let me
That's
ask you,
what it boils down to. That's what I think.
let me ask you this, right? When it comes down to it, Brian Johnson has been with he's been with Jalen Hurts just about his whole career. Like he was, he coached him when he was in high school, right? And
I would say his whole career, but he's been around his life for a long time. Yeah, but that's another thing people complain about because they said with Steichen, he was more of a disciplinary, and Jalen being a coach's son, he know how to take that disciplinary and translate to the field. Where with Johnson, they're more friends because they grew up together, they've been around, so he's not getting the same kind of hard coaching that he was getting from Steichen.
but let me ask you this.
That's a rumor too.
Let me ask you a question about that though. Like, cause I mean, that could be, a possibility. But what I'm saying is that the familiarity he has. I don't butcher that word. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That he has with Jalen Hurts should make it easier for him to call and call plays and put Jalen Hurts in the best situations possible to win the games. Because at the end of the day, you know his strengths. You know his like.
Familiarity don't always get results, man.
No. I'm not saying it's going to work 100%. I'm not saying that. But what I'm telling you is that the design quarterback runs, the not looking at your check downs and trying to get the big plays, all that stuff is on your coaching to tell you, like, listen, I'm not going to run the ball with you, 100% of the time. I'm going to give my running backs the rock. That helps your game out. That helps us preserve you. Listen, when you're out in the field and you're looking for, we call a play and the play is designed to go, let's just say A.J. Brown on a deep route, but they got him covered. Somebody's open on the check down. Just get rid of it and let's live for another down. And I know what you're going to say. You're saying that, well, that depends on the situation and all this. I'm just saying to you in coaching, you should be able to pinpoint things to make your quarterback, or it doesn't matter, even your quarterback, your team better in certain situations. I don't think they're doing that with Jalen Hurts. I think I think the report comes out and says that his leadership style or whatever the case may be is a problem. It's like, no, stop scapegoating the coaches is the problem. That's what I
Well,
feel.
in my opinion, I would say is just like with boxing, styles make fights. And Sirianni style and Brian Johnson style might not be the right style for Jalen the way Steichen's style was. Like you see what we had Steichen, even though the Eagles always said they always come out and organizationally we know that they like to pass to win to get the lead and then run the ball to seal the game at the end. That's the way they style play they want to play. But even with that, Steichen was always consistent, kept the run involved in the game.
Yeah.
Ever since when we're in that first year when it was Sirianni call plays that we switched to Steichen, and then we switched to a more run based offense. Even in the second year when Jalen was killing them, we still consistently kept the run game involved.
Right.
This year, the way the out. That's why I say I don't know if it's Brian Johnson. I don't know if it's Sirianni's call, but this year our commitment to the run has not been that good.
No,
We literally been doing like I said, what the Eagles want to do instead of doing what they can do or what they're good at. Like with the first year we lost, we wanted to run. I mean, throw the ball all over the field. We seen that we wasn't good at that. We switched to the run. This year, the second year, when it was really good, when we had better wide receivers, we was able to blend the run and the pass together, which made our offense dynamic. This year it's like we just straight want to pass the ball and run like when we feel like it. No, it shouldn't be that. You can't just most good teams that run the ball is because they have a commitment to it. And they
right.
don't rarely see. I don't care what offense through the years you can look back that just ran that was really good at running the ball just because they ran it at the time they feel like it. They just gonna be just that good. They just whatever they feel like they're gonna run. No, you have to be committed to it. You
So
have to stay committed to it, and that's how you be good at it.
so last year, Smitty had 1,000, AJ had 14, and Miles Sanders had 1,000. Like that is an equal attack. That's why we were able to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We evenly distribute the ball.
And that's another thing about what you say. Like sometimes different coaches key on different points.
Yeah,
Like Steichen, when Steichen was coaching Jalen, he might key on this. Like we the first down is our top priority. We always gonna go with this, and we might say now what we don't know, but we can say with Brian Johnson and Sirianni, their key coaching point is the big play.
let
Like
me ask
always go for the John AJ and Smitty for the big play. Like because you see Goddard, it's like I don't know because first couple years Jalen loved Goddard. It's like Goddard felt out his favorite friend or something. He don't throw the Goddard nearly as much as he usually do the last couple years.
because they're not calling it, and he's
You
not
don't
saying.
have to call it. You
No,
can read the field. How many times you see when you text and we watch the games, we be like, "Yo, God was open that play. God was
yeah,
wide open that play." You don't
whatever.
have to call it for you, the quarterback, to see that he's wide open and throw the ball to.
All right, Jay, you're making my point. What I'm saying to you is not that I'm trying to prove a point to you. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. That wasn't what I was trying to say. But you're making my point as far as they are concerned. Like Jalen's not seeing it the way he should be seeing it, right?
Is it that, or is it the way they want him to see it?
No. That's even my point right there. What typically works in the NFL? Period. Just on any team, a balance. A balance works with any team. Not saying you're going to win and lose off of that, but a balance makes you less predictable. That's just philosophy. That's just football 101 philosophy. So
I
if you
understand that, but think about. Listen to this.
hold
What
on,
I don't want to cut you off, but this one spot.
hold on, let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
Let me finish. If you got football 101 philosophy of running the ball to set up the pass or pass and run, if you got like a even ratio, it's easier for you to. It's harder for teams to key on one aspect of your team. You can distribute the ball the way you want to because you're mixing the pass with the run. Right now, the Eagles are just pass, and you said that a couple shows ago, whereas though the Eagles are trying to line up and beat you with the way they want to beat you. And the problem is like it's not about what you want to do. You got to take what the team is giving you. If they're giving you the check down, the deep pass is forget it. Take the check down, get 5-6 yards, get an easy, a manageable third down, and be able to sustain drives that way. But you're putting all this pressure on your team to be able to hit the deep ball for Jalen to run the ball. All the stuff that you're doing is unnecessary.
But
We
Mark, see, this is what I'm part. This is my part. Hold on. This is what I was trying to get to. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. But this is what I'm saying when you was talking about
hold
the
on. Let me
different coaches. It's like coach points. Like I said, with the coach point saying you saying he should throw the check down when the check down's available instead of going for the deep shot. But like I said, that's the coaching point. That's when when I said that's the beginning of the show when I tell you how I don't like how they tell him to go through three people. When like we said, if they coaching him and the coach points is AJ Brown, Smitty, Goddard, then run.
Jay, hold on.
That's bad coaching points. Cause like we said, like when hold on, let me finish. Let me get my point through. When Andy Reid was here, I'll never forget it. And this is stuff he always preached and said. And this is what we kept track of. We always said because Andy Reid always preached it. But after the games, the Eagles always be like, Donovan Mad completed passes to 7 different receivers, 8 different receivers. We used to pride on that. Because he was spreading the ball. It was like, oh yeah, he got 8 different receivers. 8 different players touch the ball. We never hear that now with the Eagles. They don't coach that point. That was a point that Andy Reid is still in his quarterbacks, Donovan having all. They don't. Like where you see they want to go through 3 people. Like they want to go through AJ, And the coach come out and say it. That's why I say it's a coaching point. They instilling that him. They telling him that's what they want him to do.
All right.
But but we want him to break out of it. But if they tell him to do that, it's hard for him to just go out there and because that's what Carson Wentz did when they was giving him plays. Carson Wentz would go out there and be like, I don't like that play, and was doing his own thing. They was grinding Carson Wentz up. So if Jalen want to go out there and be like, I don't want to just throw to these three, I want to spread the ball around. They're like, no, the way the offense run is we go through these three people.
Listen,
then that's handicapping your quarterback and Sam.
But Jay, you know what you just said everything that I was saying. Like I'm agreeing with you. Like so,
I didn't disagree. I just said that. I said I was telling you everything you said.
No, I didn't. First, I wasn't finished. I was saying I know that's not what you were saying, but you're arguing their point, how they view the offense. We don't care about none of that. Like we don't care about what Nick Sirianni is saying. You got to go through AJ, then Devontae, then Goddard, then you take off if it's not there. I don't care about none of that. You know why I'm saying that? Because it don't work. It hasn't been working. What you're calling hasn't been working, and that's our frustration as fans looking at what we watching on the field and telling them that ain't working. Because it's just hold on, let me finish. It's just like what you said about Andy Reid. When Donovan McNabb had 7 different receivers catch the ball and they ran the ball out the backfield, we was loving that because it was a balance. We're not seeing no balance right now, and that's the problem with us as fans on looking at these games. No balance.
But that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm not going about debating about it, which I'm saying that's the key thing that we don't know. That was a coaching point of Andy Reid. Where everybody knew it. That's why after every game we used to count it. Everybody be like, "Yeah, see, Donovan McNabb got 7, 8 players involved." But that's my whole point. I'm trying to say is like after we watch the game, do you ever sit back and do they ever say how many people got involved in the Eagles offense? Still, that's the key coaching point of the Eagles. Not Jalen. That's a failing of the Eagles coaching. That's what I'm trying to say is the fact that they not coaching him to do that is a failing of the Eagles coaches.
And that's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, too, when some of the parts that has to go on Jalen is that when you can't force the ball in the coverage. You know what I mean?
No, but you think about. I get you that. That makes sense. Hold on. Well, I know what I don't want to cut you off, but 1 second. Key on what you saying. Key on what you saying. You can't he can't force the ball, but if they're coaching him to do that,
no. Stop it. Cut it out. Let me tell you something. I can respecting the playbook and the play that's called and not changing the call that was on that was called into you by your coach. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that I got to throw the ball to double cover, triple cover AJ Brown because that's where you want the ball to go. When Smitty is hold on. When Smitty is running through the middle of the field wide open by himself.
No. That's closely miss. That's totally him missing the field, not seeing the field clearly.
Hey, you asked me to let you finish. Let me finish.
I just answered your question. I didn't say nothing else.
Actual question. I'm telling them. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking you because me and you saying the same thing. I'm not talking about you. I'm not saying that you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying for the Eagles coaching staff, you can't sit there and tell me that you're going to force a pass to a triple cover AJ Brown or a double cover Devontae Smith or a double cover Goddard when you got checkdowns wide open. You got to say to yourself as a quarterback, I know the play is designed to go to this particular player first, then it goes to that player if that player is covered. But no, I'm gonna go through my progressions, but I'm immediately getting rid of that ball for the check down. That's what I'm not arguing with you. Hold on, I'm not arguing with you about it. I'm just saying in general, when we sit here as fans and we talk about this Eagle game, the game that we're playing, or whatever game it is, it doesn't matter what game. We sit here and talk about the same thing every week. Me and you sit here and talk about the same thing every week. Every Eagles fan sit here and talk about the same thing every week. The fact that there's no balance on that offense at all. There's no balance on it. So like when I'm telling you is that this is a message. If Nick Sirianni can ever see this video, ever see this live, listen, your philosophy don't work. Whatever Shane Steichen came and said to you before that Super Bowl run, and you listened to him, or the 2 years before the Super Bowl run, you need to do that with either Brian Johnson or somebody else. Because what you're doing, if this is all 100% you, is not working at all.
See, I wouldn't 100% agree with that. I wouldn't say his philosophy wouldn't work. His philosophy doesn't work because we score points. I would say his philosophy is flawed. If one would say it wouldn't work, I say it's flawed. So with the way they go about things is a little bit flawed, a little off. That's why you see the whole year, if you watch it, even when you go national, no matter all the announcing everything, the whole year everybody watching it, be like the Eagles are just a little off. They're like they don't seem quite
Oh,
right. So
no,
that's what I would say, huh?
they never say a little off.
Yes, they did. They're smart. The whole season until this losing streak. Every game we won was good because it's like they don't seem quite right. They seem a little off. That's
No,
what it is. It's a flaw. Ho. You just
that,
argued me down by letting you talk, and now I'm trying to tell you cut me off.
oh, you cut me off. That's cool, but I'm gonna let you go.
Like I said, I don't agree with the fact you said it's all. I agree that I think it's flawed a little bit. I think it's you showing the fact that with last year with Steichen, it's the same offense. That's how I can show it's flawed. It's the same offense. And last year we see it unstoppable. So it ain't the offense in itself. I think it's the way we're going about the offense. It's the flaw that's killing us.
All right,
Because
let me
if
ask
the
you.
offense was horrible, we wouldn't have been unstoppable last year. If the
No, no,
offense was horrible, we
no, no,
still wouldn't be scoring as much as we
no,
still top five, top 10 in the offense in the league. So we
no, no,
wouldn't be that good offensively
no, no, no,
if the
no.
offense was horrible. I think right now it's a flawed version of what we had last year.
Let me stop you. Right, flawed. First of all, let me ask you a question. Flawed and not working. What is the real difference in those two words?
Let's see, what's the real difference?
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
the offense, you said offense not working. Offense not working. I said for the Dallas game, last two games you can say the offense. I ain't even gonna say last two games, but you can kind of say the last two games because Dallas we didn't score a touchdown.
Jay,
In the last game we scored 17 points.
let me
So,
say.
but before that, well, and no, last three games because the 49ers we ain't scored no much points too. But before that, we was averaging 30 something points a game,
All right,
30 points a game,
so,
which
so,
is not a bad offense.
so hold on. You're basing it off the points you're scoring.
What you mean? How else are you gonna base your offense?
I'm asking you. That's what you're doing. You're basing it off the points you're scoring, right?
The offense either based off two categories: either the points you score or the yards you accumulate.
Well, let me ask you a question. I'm asking. Can you let me finish mine? I'm letting you.
Did I
I'm,
say anything? I was quiet. I answered your last question.
I'm saying to you, is offense about scoring points?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh,
Here,
hold on.
okay, hold on. Let me tell you the difference between the way I'm looking at it and the way you're looking at it. You saying that they put up 28 points, 30 points, or whatever. That's a pretty good offense. I'm looking at offensive efficiency. Are they scoring the ball efficiently? Or playing offense efficiently? And the problem with the Eagles is they haven't been. For me and you, we both sit here and know that the way this offense was built, every receiver besides Dallas Goddard, you know, AJ Brown got over 1,000 yards right now. I don't know Smitty yards. I think Smitty is not too far off from 1,000. But DeAndre Swift should have 1,000 rushing. It should be a balanced attack out there.
I don't know. You gotta look it up. You
Because
gotta look. You can't look it up. You should be able to look at it right now. Smitty and Smith and all that. But
hold on, just a minute. Hold
what
on,
that have to do with anything?
wait. I want to finish. What I'm saying to you is that when you talk about offense, you talk about how Ennis was saying that the Eagles are just a little bit off. They haven't been a little bit off. They have been off. They haven't played Eagles brand style of football the way they were built for this year. They haven't
You know,
done.
he's killing this Eagle brand football. What is Eagle brand football? You keep talking about this. They haven't played Eagles brand football. But what is that?
Let me finish. Just let me finish.
I'm asking you a question. What you mean? I was the one talking, but you cut me off. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk because you won't let me get it out.
I didn't let you get it. I was the one talking. You asked me a question, and before I could answer it, you went on, and I've been sitting here quietly listening. And anytime I say one word, you're like, "Oh, you won't let me talk." I just said one word. You asked the question, I answered it. Shut right up. You're like, "Oh, you don't let me finish." I just answered the question you asked me. That's all.
Hey, you're not answering. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Here's the point Here's the point I'm trying to make to you. When it comes to the Eagles and their offense, you're saying that the Eagles' offense have been a little bit off all year. It hasn't been. The Eagles team as a whole has been off. Period. Their defense hasn't been able to stop anybody. And you can sit there and close your eyes and like you go to sleep. Their offense hasn't been efficient like they usually be. Like they would, like you compared to them last year. Like, so it's a big difference. You know that.
See, this is all right. We both know the defense has not been good this year. We all know that. But coming into this year, it's not a big secret. Nobody expected defense to be our strength. We expected the offense to be our strength and the defense to at least hold on, be good enough. But obviously, we found out the defense is not good enough. Defense sucks and needs a lot of work. But what's it's disappointing mostly is that our offense ain't been up to the standard that we want it to be. You're talking about efficiency, but efficiency is what makes the offense a little bit off. Because if you're still scoring 30 points, but not being as efficient, all that means is that if you was a more efficient the way you should be, the more efficient if we would want them to be, they'd be scoring 40, 50 points.
Exactly. We're capable of doing that.
All right, but that's where it comes in that we've been a little off. You keep saying the offense isn't working, but if
No,
you're scoring 30 points, the
you said,
offense works. It's just that they're not efficient. Being not efficient as you want them to be does not equate to the offense not working.
let me
That's
tell you
two
something.
different things. That's two different points.
No,
You can
Jay.
want the offense to be more. Oh no, you see, you just let me talk. You could want the offense. I'm rebutting to your whole
Go ahead, go
just
ahead, go ahead.
you can want the offense to be more efficient. Every offense that stinks in the NFL or is bad wants their offense to be more efficient. That doesn't equate to being a bad offense. It's two different things. You could be a good offense and not be an efficient offense, which the Eagles is right now. Well, I ain't even gonna say good. I said we're a decent offense, but our efficiency is what's lacking, which was killing us. Because if we were more efficient, the efficiency comes in the turnovers, stuff like that. The
Again,
third down conversions, the red zone, in the red zone. That's where the efficiency come in. But
again.
you have to be a quality offense to put up points in the NFL. You don't see good bad offenses put up points in the NFL, Mar. That doesn't happen. You know that, and I know that.
Jay, Jay. All right, I'm gonna let you. You got to go back and watch this live, right?
Oh, hold on, forget the lie. Answer this question.
Go ahead. Go
Do
ahead.
answer this question. Does bad offenses put up points?
Bad, what you mean bad offense?
Do a
All
terrible
right,
offensive team put
let me.
up points?
Who's the worst team in the league?
No,
Carolina.
you're not. You're not answering the question. Simple. Do a terrible offensive team put up points?
Okay, can you let me answer the question?
Okay.
Carolina is terrible offensively. Carolina is terrible team offensively, but they put up. They averaging. You know what? Before I go there, I'm gonna look up the points.
They average like 12, 13 points.
Oh man, you know the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is, you just told me that you just said that the offense is not off. You said the offense is not off.
No, I
That
said this offense been off,
wait,
slightly
wait, wait,
off.
no. You didn't. I said off. You said
No,
they. No. Wait. Listen, I said off. You said they were slightly flawed. That's what you said. You said flawed. I'm like,
yes,
how? I said
slightly
how?
flaws off. That's what I was saying the whole time. But okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Hold on. You know what kills me is the fact that I'm sitting here saying it, and you say no. I said they were off or flawed. That's the same thing. No, I
No, you
told
said
you.
it's a bad offense. I said it's not a bad offense. I said it's a
I
slightly
never
flawed
told you
offense.
they were. But no, don't put words. You gotta rewind. You gotta rewind this live. I
I
never.
wish we can. But all right, before hold on. Before we go into back and forth,
Hold on.
what was the Carolina scoring?
Wait. Hold on. I never told you that the offense was a bad offense.
Before we go back and forth, what's Carolina's stats?
Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me finish mine. I'm gonna give it to you. You just want to keep jumping. At the end of the day, what I told you was that their offense is off. I never told you bad offense. You said no, their offense is not off. It's flawed. Now you're saying
No,
it's off.
I
So you,
disagree with you. But
but you,
okay, I'm not arguing with you. I disagree. I
hold
believe you said the offense is bad, and I said it's not bad, it's flawed.
Hey, I didn't see you keep putting words in my mouth. I didn't say bad. I said
All right,
off.
okay, Mara, I'm not arguing with you. I said I disagree with you. Okay, can you tell us about Carolina?
You know the funny thing is, you're gonna say, yeah, I disagree with you, but you're gonna say, oh yeah, I do think their offense is off. Like, how you?
I said they flawed slightly. Slightly flawed is the off part.
I'm trying to
It's
tell
not
you.
even the offense. Like I told you before, when I was arguing, I said it's the way they go about the offense. I said was Stan Steichen was controlling it. It's the same offense. I said it's the way they go about the offense that makes it seem slightly flawed.
It wasn't the same offense. It's a whole different offense.
How you figure it's a whole different offense? They even Sirianni came and said it. They all game plan. The whole offense was staying game plan for the offense all week long. The only difference that changed from this year to last year is the offensive coordinator who's calling the plays.
I think it's 24 points per game. Yeah, 24 points per game is Carolina's points per game.
Averaging? I don't
Yeah,
see that.
you don't have to. I just looked it
I
up.
know. I ain't arguing. That's how I see it. But
Their
I
offense,
wish I could look it up, but I
their,
can't. So I have to take your word for it.
their offense ranks 25. So you know what I mean. That I'm just saying that they're bad offense.
24, 25, because I
They're
seen something before where they was giving up like 12, 13. I don't know if that was the last couple games or for the season because
on
I feel a
defense.
lot of games where they didn't get close to 20 points. So it's hard for me to believe they averaging 24.
I'm
Usually
gonna be honest.
you got to score more than 24 to average that much.
Why don't you never want to believe me? I look it up and looking at it on ESPN.com.
I just told you what I just felt.
Hold on. You tell me I don't know. I can't look it up myself, so I don't. It's hard for me to believe that. I'm looking at it.
I heard that. I don't believe the one because I said, you heard
No,
what I just my opinion, right? Can
listen,
I have an opinion? I just said, for you to average 24 points, that means you have to score on more occasions more than 24 points. And I
all
know watching Carolina games, I haven't seen them scoring more than 24 points a lot of times. That's what I said. I don't
maybe,
know. Maybe it's just me feeling that way, and it's
okay,
not exactly true, but
okay,
that's how I feel.
maybe it's the games that you watch, and you don't watch no Carolina games. So you know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, we went past on the pick'em section. Pick'em section was supposed to start at the half hour mark, but we get into these passionate conversations, man, and I enjoy arguing with my brother about football because he don't never want to listen to me. But then he said it's
You don't ever want to listen to me. But
the
yeah, you
same
see
thing.
how I did on pick up last year. Last week I was just sure what's the name? It was the 49ers fan Eric who took the top spot. Who took the top spot?
BG, I think, took the top. Was it BG?
Yo, I had a
Yeah.
couple close losses. I should have won the top spot, but them close losses killed me.
All right, see if you can redeem yourself this week.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for y'all.
All right, so we all saw the Rams beat New Orleans.
Yeah, I picked the Rams.
Pittsburgh destroyed Cincinnati, and I picked Cincinnati.
I picked the Bengals too. I didn't see that coming.
I did
I
not.
should have picked Pittsburgh.
And Buffalo barely beat the Chargers last night.
I picked Buffalo. Yo, but the crazy thing that still this game, they threw to one wide receiver the whole game basically and killed
yeah,
him.
yeah,
He had 195 yards, and the quarterback as a whole had 290 yards. That means 95 yards came from the rest of the team. The rest of the game was all him.
yeah, it's crazy.
And you would think that after he got in the first half, you would think, I'm a double triple team. I ain't gonna let him beat us. Man, they still was like, go out there and catch pops. I was like, what?
All right, listen, we're gonna get into the first 1:00 game of Christmas Eve. Indianapolis Colts at the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going Colts.
Jason goes Colts.
Told you I like Steichen. Steichen out there doing his thing.
You miss Steichen. I miss him too. I miss him too. I'm going Colts too. I think Colts defense, and they're actually playing for a playoff spot. So I think they're actually going to make it happen this year.
I think Falcons playing to keep staying in the playoff run too. They still in it. They got a chance as long as they win out.
Right.
Probably a little help.
So I'm going Colts on that game. Next game, I'm going Seattle at Tennessee. Seattle at Tennessee.
Is what's the name back?
Gino?
Yeah, Gino back.
I don't know if Gino is playing. Let me try to see if I can look it up. So you're basing that pick off if Gino's playing.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm looking it up real quick to see if he's playing. I know Geno Smith fully back on field at practice, so it looks like he is playing. Looks like Geno is in the game.
If Gino playing, I'm going with the Titans. I'm going with Seattle, even though I like the Titans. I like the quarterback. I like Levy.
So you going? Who you? No, it's the Seattle is playing. Okay, Seattle playing Tennessee. Who you going?
Seattle. I told you, if Gino play, I'm going with Seattle.
I'm going Tennessee. I think
It's at Tennessee, right?
it's at Tennessee. Yeah, I think King Henry and Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins have a big game. I'm going Tennessee in that.
I like Levis. I really do. But if Gino played, I think Gino gonna pull out. They play for the playoffs. Like I think this Levis showing out, but I think this thing is here. I think his here. Hopefully, if he continue on his trick, is next year when he really gonna shine through.
I think he
Get the
went out
off season.
full off season. Yep. So he ain't had no competition. Nobody to look over his shoulder for. So I agree with that. Um, Next game, Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit at Minnesota. I think to me that's a no brainer. I'm going Detroit. They've been on the roll. Um, I think they keep they keep their momentum up. Jared Goff is starting to play. He's actually showing people why he
I'm gonna
should.
go with Detroit because it's a dome game. It's inside. With Minnesota been feisty,
Keeping
but
it simple, huh?
with, with their quarterback situation, I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Okay, Detroit. Washington. No, yeah, Washington at the Jets. And the Jets just got blown out 30-0. Washington ain't that good neither, but I think they're good enough to beat the Jets. I'm going Commanders.
Washington at the Jets.
And I think Zach Wilson is still in concussion protocol.
Oh, well, I'm going to Washington. Then Jet Wilson's still out. I was gonna give him a chance to Jet Wilson. I said I'm going Washington.
Let me make sure. Uh, yeah, he's out. Zach Wilson is out, so he's not playing. Um, Green Bay at Carolina. Green Bay at Carolina.
Green Bay.
Okay. You lost. If they scored 26 points today, you got to come on here and say that, Carolina has been scoring points. But
They scored 26 points. I'll be shocked myself.
I am going Green Bay myself. I'm going Green Bay. Carolina just not. They need another year, and they need to
They
get
need a lot. They need offensive line help. They need position player help. They need a lot.
a lot. Cleveland at Houston. Cleveland at Houston. Yeah,
That's
send me
that's
send me them in a DM to you.
that's the Cleveland Houston. I like Cleveland with Joe Flacco. But yeah, I'm gonna go Cleveland because I think once they still in concussion protocol, I don't think he's playing this week. So
Case,
Stroud, so I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Case Keenum went out there and won that game last week. You sure?
True, true, I do, I do. But I seen Joe Flacco go out there and look like Cleveland got a chance with a quarterback now. Because ever since the show Washington, they didn't look like they had a chance.
Okay. You said you're going Cleveland. I'm going Houston.
Ooh, I like it.
I
I
think
love it.
D'Amico get them guys balling and they playing to win the game. I think D'Amico gets that win today. Because I think that Joe Flacco will turn the ball over a lot. I think he had like 2 or 3 interceptions last game.
He do turn guy, but he's just the rest off old Flacco.
Yeah, I hear you. Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. Jacksonville at Tampa Bay.
Hmm. Is Trevor Lawrence is gonna play or not? Because I know he was iffy this week in practice.
Trevor Lawrence. I think because his ankle, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Trevor Lawrence. Reporter clear. He's. Hold on. Yeah, concussion too. I thought it was just his ankle.
Yeah, no, he out. So yeah. Who they playing again? Jacksonville against who?
Jacksonville at Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go Tampa.
You going Tampa?
Yeah.
Um, I'm going. I'm going Jacksonville in that game because Jacksonville needed. I think Jacksonville playoff hopes is on life support, and
Tampa Bay too.
yeah, but Jacksonville is supposed to be a lot better team than Tampa. I mean, as far as where they were at in their respective teams. They,
I
Tampa
think
Bay.
they're comparable. The only difference I think is that quarterback position.
Well, yeah, and that was a big factor because nobody knew. I mean, because Tampa came in with a lot of unknowns. You know what I mean?
Nobody just cared. Nobody trusted Tampa quarterback
Yeah, Baker
um,
Mayfield. Nobody thought he was
Baker
going.
Mayfield.
Yeah,
But if they trusted Baker Mayfield more, I think Tampa and Jaguars is comparable.
uh, yeah. I mean, well, no, not necessarily. I think Tampa. I mean, Jaguars got a way better team.
I wouldn't say that because you think about it. Tampa Bay running back Rashad, what's his name? He's pretty good. They got Mike Evans. They got a couple players out there. You sleeping on Tampa. That's why
I'm
they've
not,
been winning.
no. I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not saying they're a terrible team. I just think that the Jacksonville Jaguars were a lot more established than that Bucks team to be able to do more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was a question for me.
I
Uh,
think the only reason people like you and I ain't going. The only reason you and other people believe that is because of the quarterback position. I think because you think Trevor Lawrence is better than Baker Mayfield. That's the only reason you feel that way. If
running
they
back,
was comparable, I think you would feel differently.
the,
Well, running back, because I think Tampa running back is better than Jaguars.
but going into the season, Jay, did you know about Tampa Bay running back? You didn't. He proved himself as the season started. I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm just saying we knew about Travis Etienne. We knew about Calvin Ridley. I mean, we know about Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, but we didn't know about it's another receiver they got that stepped up, a rookie. So that what I'm saying is that we knew that Jacksonville was known. We didn't know what Tampa Bay was. They sneaky came up on it. It was like, oh, Baker Mayfield's having a good year. Their running back stepped up and he's a good player. And so they're comparable, but before when you look at it, I think that Jacksonville was supposed to be the better team on paper in this matchup period. Like when they put out the schedule, it was like, all right, Jacksonville, we're going with Jacksonville.
You're right. I agree
Now,
with you with that.
now they're saying like, okay, yeah, so. But anyway, Arizona at Chicago. Arizona at Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, to me that was like a no-brainer too. I'm going Chicago.
So
Because
I say because Arizona been playing good, but I like the way Chicago been balling too. Chicago been balling.
yeah, I was about to say that. They've been balling. Arizona since Kyler Murray came back has been looking good. You know what I mean? But I don't think they beat Chicago.
What you think Chicago gonna do in the draft for quarterback?
They're gonna get a quarter. I think they're gonna get a quarterback. I don't think they believe in Justin Fields. I think they're gonna get rid of Justin. They're gonna try to get rid of Justin Fields.
Where
But
you think he gonna go? Justin Field. I got more belief in Justin Field. I think he just went to Chicago where quarterback's gonna die.
um, I don't know where. I mean, it's hard right now. If I'm like Tampa Bay,
Ooh, that'd be a good spot.
yeah. If I'm like Tampa Bay, who else? Who else? There's a couple teams out there. Tampa Bay, maybe the Commanders, um, the Giants, but the Giants ain't gonna move on from Danny Dimes.
I did the Commanders like how?
Yeah, but I don't think he's a quarterback to get it done for the future. I don't see it. Like I don't. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bust, but he's a darn good backup if you ask me. Darn good backup.
But Tampa sounded good to me. You know, another team that sounded good to me that you might fit in well because that's kind of what they want to do, but their quarterbacks suck.
Who?
Atlanta.
Yeah, oh, Atlanta. Yeah, yeah. Atlanta's a great spot for him.
Ritter, because that's kind of what they want to do with Ritter, but Ritter sucks. So if you put him, he's a better version of Ritter. They might step up. But I think the Bucks team was a good sell choice too, because with their running back and their wide receivers, I think he could do more like that. Because I think the Bears gonna muck this up. I really do.
Yeah, they are. They're known for that. All right, the next game, Dallas at Miami. We need Dallas to lose. I'm going Miami.
I'm going Miami because they at Miami. If they was at Dallas, I would pick Dallas. But Dallas on the road is a totally different team than he is at home.
Just to be fair, I think that what you called the cheetah was a game time decision, I believe.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, they're not sure if he's gonna play or not, which does make a huge difference.
Right.
Because the Tua and the Dolphins are totally different when he play when they don't.
Yeah, they say he might not play versus the Cowboys. So, he's definitely a different player when Tyreek Hill is not on the field. Next game, New England at Denver. Denver needs this game to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Denver.
I'm going Denver too. Um, their playoff hopes is on life support, so they need this win. Raiders at Kansas City. The Raiders at Kansas City. That's
KC.
that's a good game. You're going KC. I'm going KC too. Um,
Only because they home. They was at Las Vegas. I had to go to Raiders.
right. All right. And these are the Monday night or Monday Christmas Day games. Raiders is at 1, Eagles is at 4:30. New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. They're gonna get if the Eagles wind up losing this game, they will get killed at home. You know what I mean? They would the fans would just totally kill them.
My boys, you see it.
Yeah.
I bleed Eagle Green. They better. Oh
Um,
man, if we lose, I don't even know how we gonna turn around this season because that means we're capable of winning against anybody,
right.
not just a good team, just anybody.
Baltimore at San Fran. 8 o'clock Christmas night. That'd be a good
This-
Christmas if Baltimore beats San Fran.
yeah, I'm gonna go Baltimore on this. I think because don't get me wrong, Brock Purdy been playing fantastic. He's been balling since he started since last year. He's been balling. But I think Brock Purdy is gettable. When you make it uncomfortable, like he plays too comfortable.
Yeah.
When you make him uncomfortable, he don't look as good as he do. Like that's our problem. We have to make him uncomfortable. We didn't. But when you make him uncomfortable, the games they lost, if people make him uncomfortable, he looks fairly average.
Right.
So, and I think Baltimore, I think they're still number one scoring defense in the league right now. So I think they can make him uncomfortable. So I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
All right. For those reasons that you just said is the reason why I'm going to Baltimore too. I believe if the Eagles would have got more pressure on Brock Purdy, it would have been a different game. But the fact of the matter is, they let it be comfortable for him, and he just sat back there and picked our defense, our secondary apart.
Yeah,
You know?
because you see the first quarter when we made him uncomfortable, he looked very average. It's
Right.
when we got comfortable back there, we wasn't getting no pressure. He decided to just slice and dice us.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. We at an hour mark. Who's your key? What's your keys to the game? Keys to the victory? Player of the game, offensively and defensively, and score.
Keys to the game is ball control. Offensively, we need to control the ball, dominate the clock, keep our defensive fresh, and score when we have the opportunities. No field goals, and when we get in the red zone, we need to score to keep the pressure on the other team, which will make it easier for the defense and the team as a whole. And we need a good happy field win. I want go out there and dominate, come back and feel good about ourselves again, and realize that we are who we thought we was.
Right.
Key points of the game. I would say, if possible, I wanted to be Swift, and Goddard for offense, and for defense, I say Carter and Sweat.
Okay. All right. I like that Carter and Sweat. For me, keys to the game: secure the ball, no turnovers.
Oh, down.
At
Killing
all.
us with turnovers.
And that's offense. My offensive key to the game. Defensive key to the game is tackle. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Make the stop. So my offensive player of the game is Jalen Hurts. I'm repping him right now. I believe this game he will redeem himself and get his mind right, get the team back on track. I mean, the only problem I have with it, you're playing against the Giants, which is not somebody you want to measure who you are against. But if you can dominate this team and get your psyche back together, get your mental right, like you go into playoffs on a good note.
Me personally, I don't care. We ain't have a dominant win all year. One dominant win would be great for me.
I agree. I feel you. But my defensive player of the game, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out and say Trashberry gets his act together and has a beautiful defensive game, and he gets at least 2 interceptions.
Well, I didn't get my key for defense, and my key for defense is turnovers. We need to get turnovers because our defense is not big in turnovers this year at all, which is good. And
Which is not,
both our starting linebackers are injured. I don't know if they're playing. Cunningham and What's the other one?
Oh, Cunningham Morrow.
Yeah, Morrow. Cunningham and Morrow, they both injured. So we might be starting what's the guy? Leonard that just got here.
Yeah, Leonard
And
is.
Ben Sermon, I think it's Ben Sermon, the undrafted guy we got because we got rid of Ellis.
Yeah, Sorensen or something like that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be good, but him and Ellis, the way they looked at it, the way they presented it to us in the offseason was him and Ellis is supposed to be the future linebacker if the Kobe Dean didn't work out. Well, if you put Nicole Dean in there, it'd be the Cody Dean, him and Ellis in the future. But we never thought they was gonna pick up Ellis off the report. Like we cut him and thought we was gonna get him back, and they snatched him, so we lost Ellis.
Right.
And now we stuck with him, and the Kobe Dean's on IR. So we got to the last Mohicans now.
Yeah. All right. So with my score, 31-10 Eagles.
31-10. Woo! I can't do that. I'm gonna go 27-14.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, that is this week's show. We got to go out there and get a win. We got to dominate. We got to get back on track for the playoffs.
Thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They ain't gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They want to black out. We gonna give them a black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Down. Time to knuckle up. Do everything they move. Touchdown. Brian Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get it to them all night. Relentless, relentless, relentless. All your spirit, all your power, all your love. Give me what you got. Right here, right now. You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how we